remaining time I have, and I
you have no time remaining because we are.
I'm bad at actual questions.
Because I keep.
I have
actual
episode
questions.
of the Chronicles of Telmora campaign. That's great that you have actual questions. We will get to them after the intro. And in the intro, playing with us as our party today, we have Ned, played by Norvin.
Hi.
We have Bellum, played by Connor.
Hello.
We have Kagaz, played by Shane.
Hey.
We have Fractal, played by Pyro.
I think this is the new hostile dam.
It could be. And we have Sutha, played by Nito.
My lower body is sore as hell, and I love it. And sorry.
That's what...
Go on, Connor. Finish this.
That stopped me completely in my tracks. So when last we left our intrepid band of adventurers, they had ventured into the ruins of Plata, taken care of some Kruthix for Jacqueline Redstream, the head archaeologist, what's in charge of the ruins excavation. She then allowed you to go back into the temple with free reign. You digged around, you found out this was an ancient temple to Arathis, the lawbearer, whose center of power is not on this continent, so why was it here? You found a journal gathering that it predates the War of Isolation, and was probably lost during that war. You made your way down here, found this lovely girl, my wife, Siddal, Keeper of the Scales, down here. You engaged in some polite conversation with her, at which point Ned tried to lie and say that you were archaeologists because she asked why you were here. Fair enough, there are other archaeologists here. Fractal didn't like that, and immediately said, "I'm what?" So she did not believe Ned, unfortunately. She told Fractal that he reeked of undeath, which Fractal didn't like. Sedahl.
He took offense to that.
He did, and I respect him for that. It was a bit rude, but also true. You are a bit stinky. Just get used to it. Ned, realizing this was going downhill very quickly, flung a dagger at her. I believe he did not hit with an 11. The dagger did not, or the 15 and the 11, neither hit. And she drew her long sword, and two massive crimson wings extended from her back, and she lifted herself with those wings 10 feet into the air. Now, Connor, I believe you said you had questions?
Yeah, so I'm assuming it didn't get used, because it's not a thing I've ever used before, so you all probably didn't know I had it. But I got a new infusion I have set to use any of the charges. Gotcha. Okay, that was pretty much it. And has Bellum done anything to specifically anger this angel besides just be guilty by association?
No.
That's it.
Okay, that is it. Have I rolled initiative?
Oh my god! For you. Yeah, sorry.
Oh
buddy.
my goodness! Oh my damn!
Look at it! Look at it!
If you have inspiration, I will allow you to use it to re-roll because that was my roll.
I have, in fact, not had inspiration for, I think, the entire campaign.
That's unfortunate. Say funny things. All right.
If only
with
we
that,
Get bodied, Connor.
Had some sort of system made by our illustrious murdered Furbolg on the ground that inhibits more uses of inspiration. Or
hey, where are the white angels at?
Oh, excuse me?
Thank you, Blazing Saddles.
Oh.
If it wouldn't mock Connor out of his good humor, I would give you inspiration for that. But instead,
oh, you fucker! No,
I'm not.
Do it.
No,
it's on my grade.
No, instead, we are going to kick off combat with a lair action. Let's see, what does she want to start with? I think she's going to start off with her sunburst. So she causes a searing flare of sunlight. That's just what I'm calling it. It's not the actual spell.
Okay.
To burst
had a stroke here.
It's a flare of sunlight bursting from a point. It's a sunburst. From a point she can see within 60 feet. She's going to pick right here on top of Sutha. All creatures Siddal chooses within 15 feet of that point must make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. So she chooses all 5 of you and not the lion. Call it Solar Burst. That's fair. DC 16 Wisdom save. Success, failure, unfortunately. Failure.
Oh, we're not set level 7, are we?
No,
Hmm. Man, I really wish I remembered to. Wait,
Okay,
really?
So I will go ahead and roll. Scoot my
Did I
turn over here on my other screen. Oh,
There was not
okay,
a
it
long
rolled
rest.
to GM, but I rolled the correct amount of dice. So those of you that failed take 6 radiant damage. And those of you that succeeded take 3.
Right.
That is the
So
lair
to be
action.
clear, the temp HP I had was my second charge, right? So I still have 1 left for my temp
Correct.
HP. Okay. Sorry about the questions.
No, you're good. You didn't play your character last week. I did. It is now the turn of Siddal, Keeper of the Scales. Let's see what she wants to start with. Yeah, she's gonna fly up to Kagaz, who looks like the biggest threat. She is 10 feet above you. So she flies down 5 feet, so she is just adjacent to you, and she makes two-handed longsword attacks against you. This is the first.
It's like 6 feet tall. She didn't have to fly anywhere.
How is the ceiling?
This is where, remember where I said that it was 60 feet up?
Oh, this one's a 60-foot tall pillar.
The ceiling is 60 feet
Yeah,
up.
but I mean, like, I was
Yes.
imagining like the inside of a column in my head.
Sure, sort of.
It's a
So that's
it's a
the
tube.
first one. That's the second. The second one does not hit. Because she is not flanking with her cat.
Everybody got Earthbind?
What do you?
Not prepared.
Oh, goody!
That
Why
is
are there
her
only
turn.
3 spellcasters? You don't have it. Done
I'm
anyone
a
else
fucking
got it?
half caster. We have 2 other full casters. Don't mind me.
That is her turn. Sutha.
Okay. Tapping the shield. Saloon's blessing upon us. The Twilight Sanctuary. 30-foot radius from her as an
Alright.
action. And then bonus
30 foot
action.
Radius. Making it light purple.
I doubt she wants to move away.
Fly by. And then Sanctuary on herself.
Okay.
She 5 feet up.
Yes. So her feet are 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. Move underneath. Then right there. And that'll be her turn. Hang on 1 second, let me.
Alright. At the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action to fly up to half of her flying speed. So she darts back out of the way, and she is now... see, she was 5 feet. So she is... so it was 5, she was 10. She's now 15 feet in the air.
Do you want to mark her with like an icon? How many feet up to
Can you
help?
not see the green dot?
Oh, is that the one you're using? Yes.
Yeah. The green dot
Okay.
with the three squares.
Yes. Gotcha. I didn't know that was what that one was for.
Yes. Alright, that's her legendary action. Fractal.
Okay, I'm going to move my way to behind Bellum. First of all, I'm going to move my... actually, no, I'll start with my spell. Well, too bad for you. I have a flyer of my own, and instead of opening the Staff of Storm sheet, I need to open a Fractal sheet. Hee-haw. We're gonna summon Undead and bring out the Ghostly Spirit.
Okay. Lamat.
Ned, I think it's just because you're going deaf. I'm literally at max mic What's it?
You might need
Output.
to turn
Output.
Vexera down.
Let's see here. Going to bring out the ghostly spirit. I believe I have enough range to plant the fucker right next to her.
It's what, 30 feet?
Uh,
If it's anywhere within a 30-foot range, you're fine.
It's 90 feet, so yeah, we're good.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
fine.
put it right there next to her. And we're gonna.
And
it's
it can
gonna,
be up 15 feet?
Yeah, it's the ghost one. It's got a fly speed.
Does it have a hover speed?
Yes,
Okay.
ghost.
Valid.
It's going to attempt to poke it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
22.
does hit. Excellent. Okay.
Wisdom save, please.
Okay.
She's immune to frightened.
11. What are you trying to, or be frightened? She is
Yeah.
immune to the frightened condition.
Okay. Well, I
Fuck.
still send the
Okay.
ghost to like smack into her and create a small nova of smoke, greenish in nature. There's an invisible
Fair
wind
enough.
coming off this thing. Second, I'm going to let's see here, 15, and then I believe I have enough. Just like get out of there. If the furthest one can get in here, then they all can. 30, and then one here, and then one here. Alright. Boink. 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 Hold their actions to attack whatever comes within range of them
Okay.
that are enemies.
Fair enough.
So, maybe Ned. No. That will be my turn.
Yeah, it's his chance.
Gonna shove out to the side. Alright. Yep. No, that's my turn. Caucus.
All right. Kagas.
Can you increase my size, please?
Yes, I can, and I will. Big.
Alright. Oh. I would have moved before that, so I don't get smacked by the dog.
Valid.
Oh, I'm about to get judged by some spook that's been living in ruins.
Alright. Whack.
Can you reach 15 feet into the air with that?
I'm like 13 feet tall.
Then yes.
Do you have a? Is your weapon
18
reach?
just hits.
Oh no, you're good. You got a corner.
Flame chains.
Flame chains. What save is that?
Strength.
Strength. Alright. 8. That is a failure. 7. You do notice that the fire damage does not seem to do as much as you would expect.
That ain't the important part.
That is very true. She is, what does that do? Restrained?
Yep. Which
Not
means she
immune
has
to
no
strain.
speed. Means she can't fly if she's actually just flying. Alright. And it also gives me advantage on this one.
Yes, it does. 18 does just hit. Very good. 26. Nice.
I don't have Call of the Thunder. Unfortunate. I don't have much of anything. I have one rune left. I mean, I guess I can move under her.
Yep. It's definitely an option.
Wasn't she, she's about to fall, isn't she?
That's okay. But, that's the end of my turn.
All the end of your turn, she is going to use a legendary action, her last 2 legendary actions until the end of the round, to use her Searing Burst ability. So I need everybody within a 10-foot radius of her.
Save, I imagine? Or dex?
Dex save. Damn, rolled shit on the radiant.
Judith should be out of it, since she's on the floor and she's in the air.
She's 15 feet up. Yes, she should be out of it. The ghostly spirit, on the other hand.
11 damage. Oh yeah, what's
Success. So it takes 4 fire damage and 1 radiant damage.
I gotta roll up temp health from the shield.
Yep.
D6 plus 6, right? Okay. Well,
Very nice. That negates
blocked
all of
the
it.
whole plan. Yeah, it did.
Very good. Alright, that is her legendary action. It is the Felidar's turn. 20 feet. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to... Hello?
You didn't repeat the music, did you?
Oh.
I got it, Mom.
Is it too late?
Yes,
Damn.
probably. Well,
hang
I
on,
can
whoa.
see.
I think I still have it copied. No, I don't.
Copy link. Alright, I got it.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Fine.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be able to get to 20 feet, but that is fine. You have Sanctuary on you.
There you go.
Thank you. The Felidar is going to, still going to try and go after Sutha because it sees that you have this aura. So it is going to attempt to make a bite attack at you, which is, what's your DC?
Needs to make a wisdom save, DC 16.
Okay. That's a save.
That'll pass. Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
So bite.
no. Yep,
I don't think that hits.
that'll miss.
Then a claw.
That's the Pelor
No.
Fortress you're looking at.
That will also miss.
Proud son of
I know
Dorn.
all of y'all
built
have
that.
such high armor classes. It's nuts. That is the Felidar's turn. She's out of legendary actions. Ned.
Hold on. This thing makes me a wisdom save as Kagaz turns and invokes the stone rune.
Wisdom save.
Go back to sleep, kitty.
Scroll down to
Failed.
14. That is a
If it be
failure.
He's
well, I'm
charmed, and
Alright.
which gives him a speed of 0 and incapacitates.
I'll play with no
that one.
beholder.
To do a little hard for that one.
Would it
Alright,
be beholder
Ned.
just outright destroy my undead?
Ned is going to climb an orc.
Hit it, I hit it, I hit it, I hit huh?
The orc now has a shoulder-mounted gnome,
You were a
and he's
halfling.
going to attack the angel.
Bob, throw me.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
18
18?
just hits. Yep. Okay, so 7, 16.
Hmm.
And then offhand.
13 misses, unfortunately.
He's restrained. So
Oh, you have
That's
advantage.
25.
Yeah, 2. Very nice.
and his dagger's not magic, it doesn't look like, so
My offhand?
Oh, okay.
No, my offhand dagger is not magical.
Good to know. Thank you. Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah, but seeing that the dagger didn't do much, he's gonna sheath it and pull out his other short sword. Now he's rolling 2 short swords.
Good call.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. Get you a panther. Call you a protagonist.
I've decided Belm's relationship with angels in the last 3 minutes.
We're doing it live.
So, thinking that he grew up in a druid grove, if he'd grown up most anywhere else and had even a vaguely religious... Well, no, they are patroned by a god.
You are patroned by a god.
That completely 180 is what I was going to do then. He's going to step in. Go. Please, I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. If we just all step away, I'm sure we can talk this out. Bonus action.
Mikey, shut your fucking hole and get in here!
No, this is...
I
This
don't
is
care what the hell she is! She's
I
gonna
do.
fucking turn us in the ass if we don't kick her ass!
I look at her. Does she show any signs of like hearing me? Like,
She
hey, we
hears
can work
you.
this out.
If you want
Does
to
she
make
show any
if you want to make a persuasion check.
persuasion? Interesting. Okay.
I mean, what other check do you want to make?
Everyone
if you
here
have
is
another
so
check you're wanting to
persuasive.
make.
No, it's fair. Is this my action?
I'll give that to you as your free action because you're using it as part of your speech.
Ignore the guidance.
6. Interesting. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Does she respond in anything? We will determine how the rest of my turn is used.
So what did you say to her again? It was kind of
Th-
getting overlapped, which was
It was
humorous.
basically saying, everybody, let's calm down. This was probably a misunderstanding. If we all just back away, I'm sure we can talk this out reasonably.
She looks at you and she says, "Lower your weapons, and we can do this peacefully. But if you continue to fight, I will smite you where you stand."
Mikey, sometimes diplomacy comes through iron.
Is there a way for Bellum to just like retract his gauntlets?
Yeah, if you want to make that thing of like essentially a disarming. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't really fall off of him because they're magically bound to the
Right.
set, but like he will clank
Yeah,
it,
a similar
like, open them
action to
back.
retracting your armor, but not the whole piece.
He pulls back, hands out, and I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at first level.
A good call.
Sorry, I forgot I bound plus to my toggle mute. I really will not just draw angel blood for a misunderstanding, and he's going to stand back.
Make
see
me
how
an
it goes
insight
in
check
two
for
turns.
free.
I am not the evil character. As a reminder to everyone.
Fine. I'll let you know
see
how that works for you on my
She
turn.
notices this. You see her notice this. And there is a look on her face of her being like, "I've noticed this."
Gotcha.
Right. With that, we are at the lair actions. Who does she want to go after? She is gonna let out a battle cry, and she targets Kagaz. So Kagaz, I need you to make me a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
This bitch.
Did it go through?
That is a
Right.
failure. You are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn, and you end the effect on yourself on a success. DC 16. But you are frightened of the angel. Not the lion, just the angel. Right. That is the lair action. It is her turn. Her legendary actions come back. She...
He takes half of this.
That is very true.
And then she can try to
Oh, wait,
break
that was
out
yours,
again at
sorry.
the end of her turn.
I gave the 2 back to you. I realized I clicked the wrong one because you're right next to each other.
Ow! I didn't realize that was him.
And so she is restrained, so her speed is 0. She is hovering where she is. But being restrained, I'll say you kind of have one of her hands bound, so she can only do a one-handed longsword attack.
She can attack like normal, she just can't move. Oh well, she's at disadvantage.
I'm doing it for flavor!
Oh, okay.
Doing it for flavor. Fine, she can make
Gordon Ramsay over here.
Gordon Ramsay over here doing flavor. Okay, so the first one will be.
That would have been Guy Fieri.
I was
thank
gonna
you.
say I'd let it slide, but
The
We aren't
insult.
quite at Flavor Town yet.
Okay, now
The
that now
blasphemy.
since you've brought Guy Fieri into this.
now you have a side you respect.
This boss fight brought to you by fucking Food TV.
Fucking food. Jesus Christ, Pyro.
Hey, we'll take the
The Food
sponsor. We'll
Network.
take the sponsor.
Food
Oh,
Media.
You know what? She's gonna
Fine,
do
well,
her
what do you
Searing
wanna call
Burst
it?
again because there are more people within her range. So again, Searing Burst. Boom. So that is Ned, Kagaz, and the Ghostly Spirit. DC 16 Dex. That is a success. 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 So you all take 5 fire and 3 radiant. That is her turn. Sutha. Oh, you got evasion?
Level 6. I think we get evasion at 6.
Because this should be evasion. Because
Pretty
it's a
sure
dex
evasion's
save.
level 7,
It's
buddy.
not an
Brother, I'm
attack.
pretty sure that's level 7.
Oh.
Double bitch.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry,
Right.
man.
Oh.
I understand your pain. I'm validated.
Ned, did you roll your temp HP? You and Bellum?
I have 6 HP already, but
That happens at the end of each year.
You take
I mean-
whichever is highest.
well, yeah. Ned. I don't know why when I read Ned and Bellum, I saw Ned and Kagaz.
1d6 plus 6.
Okay, I'll switch mine to 11.
You're going to want the
And name now.
That's
Well,
at the
you might not.
11.
Alright. Sutha.
Alright. Action. Claps her hand again, and she will cast for her action Aura of Vitality.
Okay, what does that do?
Get ready to post it now.
Amazing.
A lot of healing.
Good. 30-foot radius. Alright, cool. Awesome. It's the same radius as your other spell, so I don't need to give you another one.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Sick.
your 1d6 thing happens at the start or end of your turn.
End of each creature's turn. So the end of each
Okay,
of your
so
turns, you
End of
roll
the-
it.
okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, so do you want to use that bonus action?
That's what I'm considering. Yes, I will do it. Bonus action. Heal Kagaz. His regular HP, not temp. So you gain 4. Yeah.
Yep. I believe that means Sanctuary ends.
Because
that is a concentration spell.
It's only if you...
Sanctuary's not.
Sanctuary's
No.
not. It's not. It's
not?
not
You're thinking Shield of
concentration.
Faith, Liv. You're thinking Shield of Faith.
That's right.
And, yeah, Sanctuary is not concentration, and they have to do something targeting an enemy creature.
Yeah.
For damage. They can heal perfectly fine.
8 feet away from her. That'll be it.
All right. At the end of her turn, she is going to use one of her legendary actions to bolster her ally, the cat. That is 1 down. So that gives it advantage on its next save. I'm ruling since it already is frightened, it doesn't break it. It just gives it advantage. Fractal.
All right.
Frightened, it's charmed.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So it doesn't break it out of the charm since it already
Right.
is charmed.
If that's how you want to rule it.
Yeah.
Is that
Fractal.
Normally, it would just
normally
be suppressed.
automatically break it?
Normally, it
would
would be
just
suppressed
suppress
until the
the
effect is
ability.
over.
Okay, yeah,
So-
that's fair, because then it would go back at the end of her next turn, because the charm is still there, it's just suppressed.
All right. Fractal looks at Bellum. Bellum, I respect you as an academic, but I do not suffer fanatics and zealots.
Do you respect him as an archaeologist?
No.
That it.
You-
Rami,
Let me know if I get a response.
1 second.
Yeah, you can respect
Shane.
I'll give him a second.
stone is one of the few things I don't use on Fractal. Does that, whatever you did to them, end if I attack them?
No.
So I can freely attack them with the skeletons?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You can do that. I'm moving the skeletons over.
you say I do not suffer. What did you say, zealots and?
So I do not suffer fanatics and zealots.
It's not. I think you overestimate what a fanatic and zealot is. I think you underestimate what an objective evil act is.
They're threatening my health, therefore they are dead. It is only a matter of them falling to the ground yet. Alright, and with that, I motion for the skeletons to get in proper line with the fucking lion statue.
They all have flanking because they all can draw a straight line through it.
Yep.
It is currently not charmed, though. So you have regular advantage.
Alright.
Regular advantage.
No!
Yes.
No! Don't bring
Yes,
him
more
back.
negative. So I'm going to first cast upon the Angel.
Mm-hmm.
First level magic missile.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Alright, so
9
9 damage? Yeah.
Did she redo her strength save to see if she broke the chains or no?
No, she didn't. She would have. Thank you. That's a failure.
No.
Alright, and with that I move back around the corner, just leering. Alright, now for the ghostly spirit to smack her. 18.
Just hits.
Alright, 14 necrotic. Does it look like it's doing the same amount or less than?
It looks like it's doing
none?
less.
Okay. That's fine, that's still 7 damage. Alright, and now the skeletons. And they're all at advantage, so here's 1. Here's 2.
11 misses. 19 does hit. Give me one moment.
Alright.
Okay. 23 does hit.
Alright, they also start pickaxing away at this thing. Where there's a... Yeah.
Just imagine the skeletons from Warcraft 3.
Alright, that will be my turn.
Alright. Let's see.
I'm gonna d6 plus. Yeah.
Did it just take more damage from something?
Does the temp HP go away at the end of the turn?
I don't think so.
No, but if you've lost any or you roll higher, you can just replace it.
Gotcha.
These ones are gonna stick fine at 11, but the spirit's gotten slapped around a bit.
Did something just hit me?
In real
You
life?
hit me with the magic missile, didn't you?
No?
No, me. Did I hit you? I'm sorry.
Liv.
She's at
He's
50
right
health
on top
after I
of
got
her. It's
through.
hard to pick her specifically.
Can't you send
To
him
the
to back?
bottom left. You can do the bottom left. corner
right
there.
right click on her and have her send her to front.
Fine, I didn't want to be rude.
Oh no, he lost
I
a
don't
corner
think-
for his...
I don't think Kaga is well opposed to having a big old lady on top of him. So
Kaga's
Good
innocent.
man.
Oh no, my worst nightmare.
Sometimes, Bellum, you just gotta put things aside and you gotta start smacking each other around.
anyway, despite being frightened, he's going to swing at her.
Okay, disadvantage.
Well, it bounces out. It's
Oh,
just base
okay.
spin. Because she's restrained.
Oh yeah, true, straight roll. 19 does hit.
19.
Nice.
And... Well,
Yeah, 25 very much hits.
Very nice.
14 plus 19, 33.
She is bloodied.
No war, she's one of them spooks. She just gets sent back to her plane, doesn't she?
Let's test that.
Does he make the save again at the end of his turn?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
It's a wisdom. Like, I'm not
DC
gonna break out of that shit. I'm not breaking out of that shit. It's a wisdom save.
At the end of his turn, another effect of the Twilight Sanctuary is you can end an effect that charms or frightens a creature.
Oh, clutch.
Is that's instead of the temp HP, right?
Yeah, you can do one of both. Do you have any temp HP left?
No, but I'd rather not be frightened.
Alright.
Good call.
Yeah, no longer
Clutch
frightened.
spellcasting from Sutha. That's very good.
A Sapello
Uh,
Fortress building.
If you say out loud that she's a spook, she'll just get sent back to her home plane. She looks at you and she says, I cannot be banished. Not by any force on this side of the gate.
On this side.
Guess I'm just gonna have to kick your ass.
Alright.
No, that's the end of Kaga's turn.
It is the Feladar's turn. Its charm is briefly suppressed. So it is going to...
It has a plethora of choice.
It sure does. It's gonna go after Kagaz, because it... Well... Does flanking work when you're restrained?
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't use it.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't know.
Pyro, do you use it?
yes.
Does flanking work if your ally is restrained?
If the ally is,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You have
I
to
would-
be able to move, I think, to do
You have to be able to
flanking.
move? That's fair.
Also, it's a pretty weird flanking considering she's way in the air.
Yes, but this
We
is
had that.
also
We had
big boy.
that
Yeah.
combat with the Green Knight, and I think you said it didn't apply if they were restrained.
Okay, then no.
Well, they have advantage when you're restrained anyway, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but Mama is restrained.
Oh, then she would have disadvantage on attacks, wouldn't she?
Well, the
We're-
dog's
It's
fighting.
I'm seeing if the
Yeah.
lion has advantage because Mama, even though
Oh.
Mama is restrained. We're saying no.
Is
I
she
can vibe
is she an
with that.
engaged combatant?
Yes. She's
Generally,
still
that's what
fighting.
flanking's looking for. Is a
Oh.
thing. There's an ally or another enemy who's fighting your target on the other side. Is usually the
Okay.
It's
Well,
up
let's
to
go
you if
against
you want to
Kagaz.
have.
Yeah.
That's up to you, DM.
Yeah, that's fair. It only gets there's 2 enemies. All right, bite against Kagaz. Claws against Kagaz. That's a fucking
Ooh.
whiff.
Big whiff.
Damn, this cat can down me like.
I'm gonna
3
say
turns.
that is the whiff is as the charm reasserts itself. No, that's not what I meant to do. There we go.
Well, it's not charmed again until the end of what's her name's turn.
Works for flavor.
Alright.
It's a whiff anyway.
Yeah.
Whiff one way or
I do.
another. All right, Ned.
Ned needs to make a fucking decision.
Oh,
Sure
I haven't
does.
been rolling Giant Smite. I'm trolling.
Decisive, inquisitive rogue.
Can you do that damage to her real quick?
I
I've been forgetting
absolutely
Giant
can.
Smite.
Bellum is looking at you, Ned. As he's glancing around, he does is kind of staring at you.
Uh huh.
That's all. I won't say anything else because it's his turn, and I'm up next anyway.
Ned's gonna actually do something. Ned's gonna hop down off of Kagaz's shoulder, sheath both of his weapons, and tell everyone to stand down. We shouldn't be fighting this. And take a step back.
She looks at you and says, "The offer still stands. Sheathe your weapons or drop them, and I will stand down." Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright. Bellum.
He's-
Since you have taken no aggressive action in your turn, she does not use her legendary action.
His ears are fully drooped, and he turns. He was looking at Ned a little saply, and there's a little upward tick in his mood when Ned decides to sheath his things and step back.
Has nothing to do with you, boy. I just don't like the idea of killing a fucking angel.
Thank you. He's then going to turn to Fractal after being told, and he's just going to hear all the echoes of everything everybody's told him over the last couple weeks. Just stupid, naive Bellum. I don't listen to zealots and fanatics. Sometimes you just have to shut up and listen to what we tell you. Just echoing to him, and he's going to look at Fractal with the most pitiful look and just go, Is that really all you care about my opinion?
Why, yes.
I have told you none of those things except for the what last heard.
That's what the group has said as a whole to him.
Don't let me win with them. Half of them hate me. Or
how does Refractor respond to the explicit words he said to you, as you didn't hear his inner fucking monologue?
Yeah. So Fractal does not respond. He does not break eye contact with this angel.
Yeah, are you even in a room?
No.
If you watching,
he's
He
technically
does
like
not
by the
break
door.
wing contact with the angel. He's staring at her feathers.
Yeah, there we go.
I look at him. I look at him and I say, "Please don't make me."
I'll make you. Now I'm curious.
Does Fractal still say nothing? I didn't hear that. What did you say?
He does not respond to you. He's sitting there. You can't see him, and he's doing something.
Vellum is. I mean, I'll have him move 5 feet back for this conversation, but like he wanted to be looking you in the eye while this was happening. Like, what? Like, do you have it? I mean,
he's. Let's see. What color would Fractal be? He's hints of red and blue are kind of like flitting around in the green. That thing is anathema to me. It wants me dead. What would you have me do?
Trust me. His eyes are very dewy and misty.
6 seconds have passed.
I will. How much of my turn did I burn in this conversation, Liv?
I would say you still have either an action or a bonus action.
And you still say nothing, Fractal?
It's hard to tell because he's made of fucking metal, but he seems indecisive.
Okay. He is going Bellum. So I move 5 feet. So I should have 25 feet. I don't think this is the character with higher move speed. Yeah, I've still got 25. He's just gonna wince his eyes a bit. Step in 5, 10. First attack on.
Say it.
This is in the air, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have any other good spells I can do?
Are you downing his spirit?
Oh,
Or trying to?
Let me check the AoE on this spell. 15-foot cube.
Are you fucking me right now?
Well, I was not expecting this.
So
Damn.
that hits the skeletons and the two of the zombies or skeletons. I think those are skeletons.
Yeah.
They're all skeletons.
And the creature.
Yeah.
Bellum's going to drop his hand. One gauntlet clacks up, and he's going to thunder wave in that direction, blasting the skeletons and the whatever the creature's name is.
It's a Felidar.
And he's just kind of weakly saying, "I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do." I need a con save. That was to GM, but I can
okay.
reroll it to public if you'd like.
No, it's
It's
fine.
11 thunder damage, a DC
Don't be on the
17
thing.
con save.
That is a success on his part, so it's half damage. So it takes
And is not pushed
5
back.
and is not pushed.
How much damage is that?
11.
It's 11 on a fail, 5 on a success.
Okay,
it's
that only
emotional
goes
damage.
into the
Let's just call it what it is. It's
emotional damage. Well,
Spell
good
didn't
thing
fail
for my
it,
temp
that's
HP.
it.
One failed, one passed and one failed. So let's see, -5, and then -11 on the other one. So that's all of its temp
Dungeons
HP.
and Dragons is,
And then one of them
soothing.
should be slammed against the wall, basically.
Yep. And then
So that was
slam
his
into each
the action, and he just kind of takes a defensive stance. Very clearly, just having the gauntlet out as the spell casting, but he said what he said.
I'm gonna have her make
And
an
that will
insight
be-
check against you, just to see if she can kind of glean where your intentions are. Here's my d20. No, that's a 12. There's my d20. There it is.
Also, congratulations, Orvin, you didn't start the PvP. Yes, and by the way, Ned. And yeah, I made sure not to hit the walls with any thunder damage.
You did a wonderful job, and I'm very proud of you. She kind of gives you a quizzical look.
Was it a
and
high
then
one? Because
shifts her
I can tell
focus
you
away from what? Huh?
if it's a high one. If it's a high one, I'll tell you exactly what's going through his mind and why he chose to do what he did.
Go ahead.
He's specifically wanting to stop the skeletons. He's not quite at the level where he's wanting to hurt his friends, but he would have probably gone after this thing, the thing that can be resummoned. But
Yeah.
if his friend won't disarm, he's trying to as best he can. And even though he wasn't really aiming for the Felidar,
Yeah.
he's not heartbroken for hitting it, but he also did not want to attack it either.
She gives you a
He's not enjoying himself.
Yeah,
He does
she
not
gives
want
you a
to be
bit of
doing
a-
this.
pitying look.
Be right back.
Yeah, but she gathers that you are very conflicted. Yeah, she doesn't get all of the thoughts, but she gathers that you are very conflicted by what you are doing, and you're not happy about it.
Yeah.
She kind of gives you a bit of a pitying look.
It's also very easy to read. He's like weeping.
It is time for the lair actions. She is going to use the third lair action that you have not seen yet. She is going to mark Kagaz. So Kagaz, while you are marked, I don't think this will upset you too much other than her having advantage on attack rolls against you. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone other than her.
I seem to recall a similar encounter recently where only a very small number of party members were involved in a fight. And I seem to recall it not going very well.
I'm trying not to say whatever my archaeologist character said in that Bill one-shot. If I don't get out of here, no one's getting out of here. And I'm not looking at Shatter like my fireball, but I'm looking at Shatter like my fireball.
I'm going to put a green dot on you. That's her mark. Oh, you already have a mark. Never mind. I take it out.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
It is
Just-
her turn. She is going to make 2 longsword attacks against you.
Why is she only hitting
Does she
him?
get advantage on me?
She does get
With this
advantage on
mark?
you, so it's a straight roll
Oh,
because
it's a
you are marked.
baseline. Yes, that misses.
That doesn't.
That doesn't.
But that is her turn. Now she gets to make her strength save. 15 just fails, I think. You're 16, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just fails. That is her turn. But all of her legendary actions are back.
Alright, she takes half of that.
5 fire damage. Very nice.
You just seem like a fire angel, though.
Am I considered one of the Angel's allies?
The
You
I think
consider
I would
yourself
have-
one
I would
of the
have
ancient
right
allies?
Maybe you
care.
don't talk about that and just let it be the fucking lion, Connor.
The lion's right.
No,
fucking
can.
there.
I'm just curious down the line if the lion gets disposed. I'm
If
That
curious.
thing's been like barely
If
touched.
you
That thing's
consider
been really
yourself
touched.
one of the angel's allies, then that is up to you.
I'm gonna
Whether
mull
or
on it
not
if I
she
can.
considers you an ally is yet to be decided.
My assumption thus far is that then the line is only taking half damage because I'm not using magical weapons.
Agaz sees Bellum's betrayal. And he just looked at him. And Bellum, do you look up at Cogaz?
Yeah, weepy-eyed, just...
Cogaz has the deepest look of disgust you've ever seen in his face.
In matching it, you see the biggest, broken-hearted, saddest eyes in Bellum's eyes.
And he just stares into those crying eyes of yours, and he's like, "You're supposed to be one of the boys." And he turns back around, and he just looks at this angel. He's got his teeth out. "I'm gonna break you like a stick!" Wham!
It's Sutha's turn!
Oh, shit!
Oh.
He's that strong!
Oh,
I'm so sad. I'm so sad. That did nothing.
Oh, it is.
So angry, he punches through the initiative order.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry,
it.
Shane. That was such a good moment.
He's
That was so good.
He's transcending mechanical bounds in D&D.
Oh yeah.
Let him have that roll.
I will be honest, I thought it was my turn. I didn't even look at the turn order.
I'm so sorry.
Well, Cogaz and Sutha kind of look alike, so.
Oh no!
Oh man!
He just tries this, and the Angel of Order goes, "It's not your turn yet,
It's not
Shane.
your turn! It's the Angel of Turn Order!
If
The
this was
Angel of
Foundry,
Turn
would have
Order
told
looks
me,
at
damn
you
it.
and says,
Yeah.
"It's not your turn in initiative. Sit down."
If this
Shut up
was
with that
Foundry, would have
Foundry
told me,
propaganda.
damn it.
Shut up with the
Foundry-
Foundry propaganda."
This game is sponsored by Foundry VTT.
Oh my god. Oh,
No,
it's
Sutha.
so good. I want it to have happened so bad because it would have been amazing, but Sutha, it's your turn.
That's also amazing damage. That's sad.
I know.
I'm so
Sorry.
sad.
I'm
Oh,
so
well.
sorry.
Oh well. We make mistakes out here in
In this
D&D.
pursuit of passion.
Yeah,
That
that's
do be how
right.
that D&D be working.
We all make crimes.
Alright, Sutha. Hit her for me, please. Don't actually.
What
Yeah,
does Sutha do?
okay.
I'm curious. Now that things are devolving.
I
this
also
way,
want to
what
know what
is-
Sutha does now.
Let me know if I'm no longer considered if you can revoke
I
permission for
was
the
also
Twilight.
about to wonder that.
From all the talks you've had with Fractal, what you doing, buddy? Civil War. Civil War.
This is a Civil War moment.
In the middle of a
It's my
fucking boss
friend.
fight, too.
So was I.
It's even better.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I said. It's echoing back all the times they've called him stupid and dismissed his opinion because they're not aligned like he is, and he's just like, no,
Fractal has
this is my line.
Fractal has respected your line up to a point. He's maybe disagreed with you twice, and he just didn't tell you. He's
I
been,
said what I said.
at the very least, amoral towards you.
Exactly.
I said what I said.
Alright, Sutha.
God damn it.
Hurts, doesn't it, buddy?
Pick a side, any side.
Come on, cleric. Here's up. Ew.
I think this is a waste of time anyway. She's bound to this place. She's a follower, a guardian of... She's gonna cast sleep.
Interesting.
I know
Oh,
the
no.
undead probably get on the affected Kagaz,
Yeah.
second level.
You're trying to hit Cogass with it?
He's dying, so yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
Just gotta roll the HP, I guess. Yeah, you can put him
Okay.
asleep. You can put him asleep twice.
Remind me how the sleep spell works. Which
So
targets
when you
first?
target enemies, the lowest HP enemy gets targeted first, and it'll chip into the roll that he did for their amount of HP, and if they reach it, they go to sleep.
Okay.
So however much he has on, subtract it
So-
from the total, and any other enemies in the aura, the next lowest one, if they have enough HP to be subtracted from it, they would also go to sleep.
Yeah. Kagaz is lower than the ghostly spirit if Pyro has added all the damage correctly, which I think he has.
Yeah.
Kagaz is
This
Tip
slower
is
HP
than
useless.
stay
moves.
the same from any amount
Can
of
I
damage.
use my bonus action to drop my ores?
Yeah.
Does the temp HP disappear then?
Yes.
So you put
So
Kagaz to
spirit
sleep, right?
stays up.
Yeah,
Kagaz
the
is
spirit
asleep.
stays up.
Yeah.
Kagaz. All right. Well,
Describe it if
another-
you want. If you want to
yeah,
describe
another
it.
narrative moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kagaz.
Oh,
Kagaz just like got his axe and he's like staring this bitch down, and then he feels that magic start to take him, and he just turns and he just looks at Sutha, and he's just like got the "I can't believe you" look. He's like, Sutha,
Oh fuck! I can't believe.
and he
you've
just
done
drops
this.
his axe and just falls over.
Sun's
I'm
getting
sorry.
real low, big guy.
I'm
So
sorry,
f-
big man. I'm
now
sorry.
there's one more decision.
Damn.
And he's
Okay.
just face planted into the ground.
That's your turn. Fractal.
Action, bonus action to drop. Yep, that's my turn.
Fractal is just looking at this entire scene. And he's standing right here. Looks to his right, down at Ned. This is probably the best chance you're gonna get. And Fractal,
Surrender,
What?
or I'll put you down.
I don't care about you anymore. You're inadequate. He takes his spellbook and puts it on the ground. And the skeletons... Actually, no, he's not going to put it on the ground, but he's just looking at him. And he'll put it away as if he's disarming himself in his coat. As I came here.
Okay.
And he's going to walk over here. This your chance. He just turns his back to you.
I think that effectively takes us
It doesn't nullify combat. Yep.
out of
He was-
initiative.
Pyro was checking if I would make
Yeah.
a opportunity
Oh,
attack.
okay.
Yeah.
Then
And no,
Kagaz
I do
is
not.
still asleep. The Felidar, seeing that people are standing down, seems to get some sort of message from its master and does nothing. Ned.
Ned's done. He'll put his hands into his belt and just wait to see what she says.
Fractal's just glaring at the angel.
Okay. Change the music here.
Bellum will start moving Kagaz and start tying him up for when sleep
Oh
inevitably
my
ends.
God.
That's probably not a good idea, Bellum. He's gonna be pissed as it is,
You don't
Mhm.
have,
and I doubt that rope's gonna hold him.
you have
Either way.
nothing that can hold him when he wakes up.
I suggest we start just moving our way out of here. Ma'am, there are archaeologists up above us. We will inform them you're down here. What would you like us to tell them?
They are aware of me.
Then that's our job. We're heading back up. Let's
No,
go.
they-
Bellum, just carry Kagaz.
Wait. What
Yes.
brought you down here?
We're adventurers. It's what we do.
I came seeking the ley line focal point.
Why? For what purpose?
Well. Enhancement.
Of what nature?
He looks around, finally laying his fireworks on Bellum. As his fire just goes down to a moot gray. I seek to repair my circuitry. I have corrupted files that I need to re-access in order to repay a debt. I also seek to enhance my power so that I might keep my autonomy,
From
though
whom?
damaged it may be.
Who would take it from you?
This guy.
Anyone and everyone who's not me,
Not me.
do not talk to me. Traitor.
You speak the truth. I know this. I guard the lone passage to the ley lines. While this may have begun violently, you have ceased. I will grant you passage.
You sure my use of dark magic isn't an issue? That seemed to be a pretty big stickling point to starting the fight.
I had no intentions of attacking you unless you showed ill will.
Looks at Ned.
She does kind of
Yeah,
dart
that's
her
definitely
eyes
my
over to him,
bad.
like,
Definitely my bad. I thought you were going to try to kill him.
I merely wished to know what was his nature. What is his purpose here? That is my duty. Arathis set me here many centuries ago. I cannot be removed but by her will. I was to guard something of hers, but it is gone now. Now I guard the ley lines. It is
May
my
I
sole
ask?
purpose.
May I ask what was taken?
She removed it before she sacrificed the temple in the war.
He nods.
It pained her greatly to do this. She has not set foot on Ascaria since. Her presence is not found here other than through me.
Bellum would like to approach,
She'll let
kind
you.
of Jurassic World style, just one hand out, and would like to cast Cure Wounds on her.
She allows it. And as she sees Kagaz getting up, she reaches down and just kind of lifts him to his feet, and through that casts Healing Touch.
Bold move. Bold move.
That is
Getting
a
within
fucking
melee
bold
effect.
move.
You fought well. You have done your ancestors proud.
Oh, I do shit for my ancestors. Don't touch me.
Very well.
He's gonna look at. Well, he's gonna look at Bellum, and that's Sutha. You ain't nothing. You ain't understand what it means. And he's gonna throw his axe on the ground. You ain't understand a bit.
Perhaps you don't
I'm
understand
done here.
enough.
He just looks at her. Maybe that's true. But I do know that if we're supposed to be teammates, that means we're supposed to have each other's backs.
And it means you're supposed to listen to each other's thoughts. The weepiness is sort of replaced with a bit of anger.
I did not possess that spell, Bellum.
And Kagaz, I did not want to see you die.
Whatever. And he just walks out.
Fractal and gives Bellum one.
You see her
more
close
withering
her
look.
eyes for a moment, and her wings kind of gently flash with a bit of light. She opens them. She says, I have informed the creatures throughout this temple. None of them will harm him on his way out.
Thank you.
Also, he threw his axe on the ground. It's just in the room.
Yep.
Bellum will pick it up. He's not wielding it. He's still got it in two hands in a very unwieldy way, but he is taking good care of it.
So, Spirit, is
You
what
may
I
call
seek
me
here.
Siddal.
I will call you Spirit.
You may.
Is what I seek here or not?
It is. I can show you the way.
Very well.
She waves her hand, and the door to her left opens.
May we come with?
You may.
No. Hmm.
By my blessing, you may.
I'm actually
If
going to
your
go after the big
comrade
guy.
decides you may not, that is up to you.
Do whatever you want. What you do is it's not concern me.
Bellum will follow into the chamber with Fractal.
There is a barrier of bone in between you and him.
Okay.
He's being
moves
flanked like
to the
this.
door, and she says, "Are you prepared? Will only the 6 of you go? 7."
And then Ned said he was
Very
going to
well.
go check on Kagak.
She raises her hand, and the top of this,
Sutha gets the right about where she's standing, and Fractal levels his staff at her. You stay over there.
How good is his Fractal's hearing?
how good is Fractal's hearing?
He has ear holes.
It
He
certainly
has,
doesn't
at the
help.
very least, normal hearing.
My passive is 14.
There you go.
Okay. I feel like that would be enough to hear Bellum in a quiet chamber. It's stone, so it's probably echoey, right?
It's a little echoey, yeah.
I don't think
Just
you
kind of
understand.
look at him and say, oh,
Well,
go ahead
I
and say your
can-
thing, Sutha.
Well, yeah. He keeps staff a little bit. I don't think you understand, Sutha. Well, I can understand your actions a little better than his. I do not think it's safe for you to be that close to me right now. As the green fire is rapidly being overtaken by blue, that very turquoisey blue.
Perhaps it's not safe for you to be far away from me.
Why, Fractal?
The head just hinges and looks over at you. I treated you as a
Why?
trusted colleague.
Why is it so hard for you to believe? After facing druids who didn't want to kill you, countless people along the way you thought would destroy you, and us being there with you every step of the way, me specifically protecting you from Ned, why would you think that now I want to cause you harm? Have I really meant that little to you, that you think I would betray you like it was nothing? As if this didn't cost everything I had to do what was right.
So statistically, the chances of betraying me, I told Sutha this. So statistically, you were the lowest percentage likely to betray me. Yet here we are. I trusted you. clearly has issues with me. And don't talk to me about the druids. None of the druids knew. I've kept this pretty solidly hidden up till now. I told you this. Out of trust. I come across one of the only creatures on this plane or the other that lives and breathes killing me and my ilk.
And she's allowing you passage to the ley lines.
Bellum grabs his armor in action. It falls to the ground. He has a mace. He starts walking this way. He then slides it over to Fractal. Sits down on his knees, looks at him and goes, "If you think I'm going to kill you one day, take your best shot." His armor is still in this corner. Arms outstretched, head up. "If you really think I want you to suffer or be destroyed, do it." And Bellum closes his eyes, with the mace at Fractal's feet.
Oh, melodramatic. I don't think you personally have a threat against me. I just don't think you understand the magnitude of what it does for me, Dead. And he just looks away.
And I think you all underestimate. I'm not an idiot. I'm not some newborn child who doesn't understand the things of the world. Yes, I came from a sheltered grove. Yes, I haven't been through the most horrible things that you all have seen. But no, that doesn't mean that suddenly naive and good and believing that good can exist are the same thing. And it's so hard to wake up every morning knowing you all watch me try and do good and the right thing, and you only see an idiot bent on destroying everything around him because he's too stupid to pick up on everything else. I've wanted to help you from the moment I knew you needed it, and I will continue to do so so long as you let me. But please, please, don't become the monster you think everyone wants you to be.
Fractal does a weird simulacrum of breathing out. Whenever bit my tongue. When have I treated you as if you were an idiot? You are the smartest person on this team besides myself. I have treated you like a trusted colleague. Zutha, for all of her benefits and apparent loyalty, is at most an assistant. She doesn't understand the intricacies of my robotics. I let you into my head. I have not treated you as if you are naive. I treated you as if you had more growth to, and I let you. Because that is none of my business, and I'm dealing with my own things. We came here specifically for this. To system.
Mm-hmm.
It might have started on a misfire from Ned. But make no mistake, if I had stayed in that room, that thing in there would have targeted me. Solely because I practice dark magics. I did not choose this. But it is what I have and is what I excel at. I've treated you with respect and professionalism from day one. I showed these fucked up some simulacrums of emotions I have. I've talked to you. You're the only one I have confided in besides Sutha, because her fucking god told her to kiss my ass to help her with her problems.
Can I make a quick religion check, DM?
Go ahead.
Can I make a religion check to identify if an angel can lie? Specifically, especially an angel bound to a creature of order.
Make a religion check.
Ah!
Yes, Queen.
Unlucky.
Can I
Cool
give
moment.
him my inspiration?
Unfortunately,
skin
no,
peeled back.
especially because you're not there.
Buddy.
Lucky.
Then
And with
Balem's
the 6,
assumption.
I won't say what I was going to say with the natural one.
Balem's assumption is no. It doesn't make sense that it's like assuming that a fish can just go on land and go without water to him. And if you can tell me he gets wrong information or thinks otherwise, but that is what I was going into this
No,
check having him
whatever
believe.
you go with, you go with.
Gotcha. But no additional information saying, yeah, you're probably right or wrong.
No additional information. That's what I'm doing with the natural one. Is it is purely your instincts. Your instincts sometimes are right. You just don't necessarily know that for sure. And do you want to try that mushroom that may or may not be lethal?
What's the worst that could happen? It's just a toadstool. Balem's going to look at him and go, this is an angel bound to a god of order and law. And he's going to try and beckon the creature in.
She's still standing at the door, hand
Will she not come in?
raised. She looks awkward. She says, I cannot pass beyond this door. I must remain here. I am bound.
Can you... I doubt it will assuage my friend. And he does enunciate friend. But... correct me if I'm wrong.
What's wrong?
Can angels, especially those devoted to Arathis, lie? Sutha, can angels like this lie?
She looks to Sutha.
I haven't had too much experience with angels. I don't know.
I do not lie. If I so desired, I could, but I do not see the point in it. I have proven myself truthful as yet. You put down your weapons and I stood down, as I promised. She's telling the truth.
No.
Just barely. She's got 28 deception. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
True deception. It's a DC.
You are 99.9% sure she's telling the truth.
You can ask Lucas. Will, you're talking to Loki right now.
Bellum still is on his knees while he's saying all this. By the way, like with the
Yep.
mace slid over to the fractal, does not move,
He'll sit here with you.
and he just looks back to him. Sutha may be helping you because her god told you she needed to. But I put my god on hold so that I could help you. Please don't give up on that. I want you to have true freedom from these fears you face. Freedom from the fear that any passerby will try to eliminate you. I want to be the friend you know will protect you from destruction. And I want your soul to come out unscathed when this is all over. Because I do think you have one. And I cannot bear to watch you blacken it with sin out of fear. He is like clutching his hands together, almost like in a prayer. But not to his god. More pleading to Fractal to believe him.
Fractal, still with the grayish fire miasma on him, stares at Bellum. We'll deal with this later. We have more pressing things to deal with. He
nods.
He did say we.
And he will go back to the corner and just
Get your
hold his
clothes on.
armor
You're being
plate.
weird.
He will put on the armor. Helmet up.
All right, Spirit. Now what?
She lifts her hand, and what looks like the head of this coffin just disappears and there is a set of stairs leading down.
I was like, 3 mummy lords pop up.
Bruh.
I love you. Got me a present.
I will continue to
Frack.
follow.
Fractal's still flanked by his skeletons. Even so, one by one, they're all following in a line.
Yeah.
In front of him is the apparition.
Okay.
It's the Nightwalker. I'm dead. Nah, buddy. I ain't fuck with that thing yet.
Negative energy plane.
He can't.
Brr.
Pretty sure that would even snuff out my
Okay.
health.
Well, then I will take the 2 of you down into that room.
Does Sutha come with?
What is
I will still. By the way, I am carrying Cogas's. I don't think Ned would have been able to carry it back until I am.
Is Sutha coming?
I would assume she is. He said that she was following him no matter what, pretty much.
No, she'll hang back. She'll let them go.
Oh, good. Yes, finally. Now kill him!
Okay, hold on.
the sarcophagus closes all them.
Okay, there we go.
This is the price for attacking me.
Yeah, so just Bellum and Fractal and his
300, save.
menagerie.
Oh,
300. No, not 3,000. Save.
I cannot see.
I was working on it!
Bellum gasps out of beauty.
Oh, fuck.
His breath is drawn from him out of sheer awe.
While you guys are taking in that scene, let's go over to Ned and Kagas.
That guy would have walked out of the entire thing.
Okay.
So if Ned's looking for him, he probably would have just followed the trail back all the way up.
Does he kill the horse out of frustration?
No, he walks past it. He doesn't even acknowledge its existence.
So are you back outside of the ruins entirely?
Yep.
I think Ned would have been able to catch up before he got out of the dungeon.
He's a little faster.
Yeah, that's true. Probably would have caught me in like the altar room then.
Oh,
You did wait a
the
while.
altar room? That would be this one. Ned and Kagas. Okay.
Ugh, that filthy
Oh,
horse.
Take the rest of you off of here that were on here before.
Get out of here, zombie. You're not loved.
Whoa, big guy. Hold up.
He stops right in front of the podium. And he doesn't turn around, he just stops.
Oh, man. Alright, we need to talk. I know you're used to being a war boss and being the boss, but I don't really think anyone's the boss of this group. I'm not going to stop you from leaving, because that's your prerogative, but I don't think you should.
You can hear the metal of his jaw kind of grinding. And he just grabs the podium and launches it into the statue. He turns, looks at you, and he's just got rage in his eyes. Alright, shorty. I am the boss. I'm the boss of the orcs. You're the orcs!
Never claimed to be.
I ain't say you weren't either. You ain't act like orcs.
That's because we're not orcs.
But we're a team.
Yeah, we are a team.
Team members aren't supposed to hit each other with shit.
She put you to sleep to save your life.
Saved my life. Could have saved my life by helping me fight.
Fighting's not always the best answer, my friend.
If we're gonna let all these emotions and all these choices, who wants to hit an angel? Who wants to do this? Who wants to protect their own skin?
How am I supposed to turn around and look at the people that I'm standing in front of?
Let's be honest here. I did that to protect Fractal. You know how I feel about Fractal, right?
I do.
I want to kill him myself. But I don't, because we're on a team. I don't like the idea of killing an angel. Especially an angel to Arathis. She's not exactly a bad woman.
We're gonna let personal preference and taboos stop each other from helping each other.
We did help you.
No.
That angel would have killed you.
She can try.
She would have succeeded.
No, she wouldn't have. 'Cause you were all right next to me. But that ain't mean nothing no more.
We shouldn't have fought her in the first place.
Sometimes things have to be settled.
That didn't need to be.
Well, that can be how you think. I gave her blows, she gave me blows. She wants to take me down, so be it. I'll take her
She
down.
didn't want to take you down. If she wanted to take you down, she would have put you down while you were sleeping at her feet.
Maybe she should have.
She didn't. Not everything in this world's about might makes right, my friend. That may be the way the works with the orcs, but you came out here to learn different ways, didn't you? Or you could have just stayed with the orcs.
I didn't stay with the orcs, I'm fit to lead them.
And why is that?
I need to understand this mess. He doesn't have his axe, which had all of his runes on him. These runes, this power, I need to work on it so I can be a boss for them.
Don't you think you'll learn more by being around us?
That's what I thought.
Part of being a leader is learning. Part of being a leader is knowing that you're not always the right person for the job. Someone else may be. I know for a fact I'm an intelligent man. But when it comes right down to it, if I need something figured out, I'm going to ask Bellum. If I need something arcane, I'm going to ask the creepy fucking skeleton. If I need something religious, I ask Sutha. If I need something broken, I ask you. We need something stolen. We need someone sneaky. We need a scout. You come to me. We're all tools in each other's tool belts. We need to learn how to use them properly. You need to learn how to use yours properly. I know it's a foreign concept for you, but you got to use your brain occasionally, not just your muscle.
I've well used my brain, shorty. If I didn't, we wouldn't have met. You would have heard about the orc that killed a couple of guards and got overrun at the front of the fucking city.
Then why aren't you using your brain now?
He just looks at you. Because my brain right now told me that the people I've been taking hits for the last fuck all months turned on me when they felt like.
We didn't turn on you, Kagaz. We saw a better option in the middle of a bad option, and we decided to take that. And we can thank good old lanky boy Bellum for showing me that I took the wrong fucking option.
He just looks. He pulls his other axe off his back, the blood one. And then he just drops that on the ground. And then he pulls out his lance. He drops that on the ground. And then he pulls out his one-hand axe. He walks up to Ned and hands it to him. Yeah.
Looks at it, looks back up at him. Not much of an axe man.
No.
I'm not very strong.
You keep it.
You keep it.
I'd have given
You
you one of the teeth, but that's on the other axe.
I don't need an axe, Kagaz. I need the person who can wield an axe.
I'm about to walk up there next to a bunch of piss-off archaeologists. Best not to have my axes in my hands.
How about you just hang out here with me until the brain boys come back? You know what? You and I haven't had a sparring match yet. How about we do that? Let you blow off some steam.
Shape I'm in, you could just stab me in the neck.
If I wanted to do that, I would have just done it in the fight.
Could have done it as I was walking.
Very much so.
You told me. If I ever become a threat to the innocent, you just
I'll
come
put you
after me.
down.
Oh, busy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Let me know when you're not busy.
Okay. All right. Well, Jordan walked in.
We noticed.
Yeah.
You want to play Tarkov?
No.
The newest sixth member of our party, Jordan.
Yeah, it's spelled with a Y.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna hold.
Did you get the voice? Sorry.
And I'm gonna bit. And I'll tell you, I'm going to do it. I'll do the same thing to the fucking skeleton. I live in a gray area. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty like Bellum. I think I've already proven that.
He's got a smile as he kicks the blood great axe back up and grabs it. And he looks at it. You know, this thing, whenever I kill something with it, I steal some of their life. And it bolsters me. He spins it as he's looking at you. How many archaeologists you think are up there?
Continue on this path, you'll never find out.
And he stops spinning it and he grabs it. Alright, let's see how fast this goes.
I guess we're rolling initiative, huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Ned, you're up first.
Make a deception check, my friend.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, -3 charisma be like.
Sexy.
I actually can't fail that.
No, you can't.
Oh my god.
Ned is going to circle. Not a given fight because I'm gonna have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
Ned is going to circle around back and try and plunge the Storm Chaser in between metal plates.
Oh my god.
You're
And
gonna
miss.
spin around him, and he's gonna be like, "Well, on your feet already."
And that will bounce off armor, and he will, with his other short sword, attempt the same.
If you have advantage, or is that just sneak attack? If you don't,
It is
it's sneak attack. if
just
you don't.
just sneak attack.
That barely misses.
All right, that's my turn.
Kagas.
Womp. Wait, wrong axe. Well, that would have missed anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And then another one. He is purposely doing heavy ass swings. Like, not caring about accuracy.
Miss.
You're just hearing the clang of his axe slamming into the stone floor as he's, like, doing ridiculously easy to dodge swings.
And then climb up and try and plunge the sword down into the in between the neck plate where the neck is. I need to change something real quick because I had the wrong modifiers on that fucking sword.
Uh-huh.
And plunge. And the offhand. 26 hits, I assume.
That's 12 damage. You go in for the Storm Chaser, and he brings up his other hand and blocks it, and then the other sword you slink past and stab right into him. God, it's good.
That's your go.
He's gonna grapple you.
Alright. You got me.
Well, it's acrobatics.
Oh,
Or
acrobatics.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
acrobatics or athletics.
23.
Just barely.
Mike live?
He almost grabbed you and missed. And he's just gonna go for another one. Oh yeah, that's not working. Not working. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He just tries to grab you twice, and you're just like dodging left and right. Slippery little bastard!
And seeing what he's doing, he's actually going to switch over to using non-lethal attacks. He's going to try to cut his Achilles tendons.
Okay.
Oh, and completely fucking miss that one. And the other leg, and completely fucking miss. All right.
Right?
Miss.
I'm just not even gonna move the turn order. It's just the two of you.
Yeah.
He's just gonna. He comes down with that big ass slam, and you side dodge it, and then he just lets go of it with one of his hands and goes in for a punch.
That fucking hits.
You dodge it, and you look up to see his fist just collide with your face.
I'm going to roll with the punch.
Quite literally.
And then come down, and he's going to try and pin his arm to the floor using just slamming the sword down through his wrist.
Oh.
18 misses. And going to try and slash at that Achilles tendon again. And miss. You're just too fucking hard to hit.
He doesn't pick up his axe again. Sometimes you just gotta go back to old reliable.
Hit. He's going to roll with the punch. Hit. That one just flat out fucking nails him.
He's just like leaning over, injured to shit.
He's going to bounce forward, and he's just going to take the sword and He's gonna put the two swords together and just swing at your face with like a fucking baseball bat.
Oh,
I hope this one hits. This will be poetic. If
request.
it
oh.
That hits. Yeah, that downs him. You just crack him up against the iron jaws. The lightning from your sword just bounces off through all the metal, and he just staggers forward a little bit. Hey, that was good. It just falls over.
Just kind of leaning down. Oh, fuck, you're hard to hit. He's gonna roll him onto his side, or do his best to roll him on his fucking side.
Kagaz weighs 320 pounds and has 400 pounds of equipment.
Oh my god.
Does
So-
a 13 do it?
No, probably not.
No.
Well,
I mean,
Give him-
he fell face first, so he's just like staring at the ground, basically.
give him a little clap on the cheek twice with his hand. Enjoy your nap, my big man. And he's gonna sit down next to him and lean against him and just wait for everyone to get back. Roll a, what is it, a D6 or a D8
What?
to know when you wake back up, when you gain 1 health.
I think it's a
don't even-
D6.
I think it's a
Sorry,
D6
D4.
and it's that many hours.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I think it's a D4.
Is it a
Pretty sure
D4?
I'm pretty sure
I
it's a
think so.
D4.
I think it's pretty low.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
Something's gonna roll
Dropping
on
to
you
0
twice
hit
quick.
points. There's falling unconscious, stabilizing. A stable creature that isn't healed regains 1 hit point after 1d4 hours.
Okay,
2 hours.
so 2 hours.
Jesus. Okay. Alright. Sutha, are you just gonna stay up there in that little chamber?
Oh, she came up?
No, in the chamber y'all were in before.
Oh, okay.
The one that Fractum and
Fractal left you
Yeah, they left.
We are become one.
Yes, they come back.
We am Frillum.
You're just gonna wait till they come back up?
We just
Okay.
Frozen.
walk up to the basement.
She's gonna sit down, look back into the room where the guardian is,
Sitting back
Lean her
on
head
her
back.
bed.
and fall asleep.
Okay. Make me a perception check, just for shits and giggles.
You got it.
With disadvantage, because this is while you're asleep.
Right. Perception.
Yeah, no,
10.
you don't notice.
Don't notice a thing.
You will when you wake up, and it's nothing bad. Above
okay.
board, the angel picked you up and put you in her bed. The angel said, "Ah, the humanoid is sleeping. I will put it in the bed." Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not Kagaz. I won't wake up and punch you in the face. We're good.
She is not at all concerned. So, back to the people down in the super basement. The cave. Bellum and
So
Fractal.
pick up.
Oh, get
So
ready
now
for a tonal shift.
Pretty cave.
Pretty cave. Bellum just
How deep is
did
the
his
water?
gasp of awe.
Yeah, how deep is the water? Seems to just be. Sure.
Would you like to walk out across it? And see?
Yeah, Fractal's just walking forward. I can't tell because
Once-
the guy
so
in front of
you
him
almost
is floating.
feel for a second where you have this moment of you feel like you're gonna step through, but the water holds your weight,
All right.
so you sink
it
down
just me?
about like half an inch, but it holds your weight.
I continue. Is it just me, or does it look like it's sort of like stars in a dark night sky? least that's how Bellum sees it. And he's kind of staring down into this starry
Does
water
kind
as
of
he
look
walks.
almost constellation-like.
Do I recognize any constellations?
Make a nature check.
Do I get advantage because I'm...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Cool.
you were literally from the Star God Grove.
Fractal is just moving
Yeah,
his
you do
hand through the
recognize a
air.
few of them.
Oh, buddy, get up.
Bellum starts like tracing... From his perspective, like tracing his finger, drawing out the lines of it, and then just keeps doing it as he moves.
Yep.
He doesn't... I don't think it does anything, but he's just like, there's the Jade Owl, there's the Ebony Tortoise, there's just... For a brief moment, is caught up in wonder.
You break into song, and we are done.
Oh, what did you...
Break into song, I'll kill you.
Cut to Fractal leaping to drown me. He's going to keep walking, giving Fractal his space, but still going to help him. Can I scoop up any of this water?
It's kind of like scooping through like the bottom of like a really, really shallow puddle or pool. But you can, yeah.
I'd like to completely either empty my water skin on land or chug it and then fill it with as much as I can.
You can do either of those.
Just absolutely shotgun or whatever people do with the water bottles where they just
Yeah.
Crunch.
that. And then yes, do that with my water skin
Okay.
and just fill it with as much of this quote water as possible. So I'm going to mark a water skin full, unless you say otherwise.
Go ahead.
Fractal's just moving his hand through the air, almost feeling the weight of the magic in there in this room.
You feel that the height of it is at the height of this kind of platform, sort of. This natural plateau.
And last thing, Bellum's going to take it after he's filled that up, because it might take a minute or two because it's shallow.
Yeah.
He's going to take out the cube of force, which has the spark that he took from the Grove's barrier, and hold it as he reaches the apex. Is it in any way brighter, dimmer,
It's
affected?
pretty. It's kind of reflecting
Okay.
things. Doesn't seem to
He-
enhance it or anything.
He does hold it, not for any like I want to see if it reacts, but this is the the little sites that sell you a foot of land to make you a lord in Scotland or
Yes.
something. This is his little foot of his grove he keeps, and so he's just holding it almost like a comfort animal as he's watching this go down.
Fractal.
Yep.
You step into this. As you get closer, you can almost kind of see it spilling up from the ground, this line of bluish white arcane energy. It's not the blue you're used to, but it is kind of similar. But it's definitely different. You step in and it feels safe. It feels warm and comforting. Make me an Arcana check. Okay, valid.
The undead. Yeah, the undead. Kind of just go into stationary mode. Arcana check. Key up. Well,
12. You almost flinch back at the sight of the color. But you reassure yourself, based on the fact that the entire cave looks like this, that there's no tampering. This is how it's meant to look. This is how it's always looked. And you stop. You close the shutters on your eyes. And you let yourself connect to this magical wellspring of energy.
I also set up the reagents and whatnot.
Yes.
As I'm connecting this that we got from the academy and whatnot.
Yes. You set up your ritual, and you begin to connect yourself to the ley line. I want you to make me an intelligence saving throw. (16). As you feel yourself connect, you feel powerful in a way you haven't felt ever. You understand things about the land, things about this continent, almost things about Telmora as a whole, that somehow you just instinctively know are because you are connected to the energy, the life that thrums through the earth itself. And as you sit with that knowledge, I'm going to ask, do you accept? You get a vague feeling that what happens next, you have to accept. But you don't know what. Yes.
Yes.
You feel
Here to
something
take whatever the thing has to offer, so.
creeping up on your mind. Is there any hesitation?
I don't trust it.
You don't trust it. There is a bit of hesitation. You, for a moment, don't let it in. And it doesn't press. And that, I think, is what relieves you enough that you accept. Is that it doesn't press. It's just letting you know it's there. But you have to accept it. And you do. The barriers on your mind come down that you've placed up for your own protection in this ritual. And suddenly, everything is there. All of the files that have been corrupted, that were corrupted in the explosion. That's right, there was an explosion. You remember. You remember who you were before. FR4CT41, you remember. You remember being this stenographer, essentially, for your master. Took down notes, took down anything. Kept their diary, all sorts of... But you had no sentience. You were just there. They didn't worry about what they told you because you had no will of your own. You had no life of your own. You were just there. They told you a lot. You know a lot about their plans. You remember the Lich, Barul the Vigilant, your master, and her assistant, Elizair. You remember the rituals that they undertook. These dark, forbidden rituals to try and bring back a god they didn't name for a long time. You remember where you're from. On the continent of Vesner. Somewhere between the ethereal vault and the petrified farms on the continent.
Can we go to the world map?
Yes. Let me go to the world map. Let me drag all my players. Is everyone on the world map right now?
No.
No.
Okay.
You have to rejoin me.
Combine,
Minor
everybody.
Fractal.
It's been a minute since I've
Yes.
done this separate players on separate maps thing. So
Yeah,
the
see, we
continent
got-
of Vesner is over here.
There's
Just
Visitor.
click. Let me zoom in for the YouTube video. So somewhere over here was where Barul and FR4CT41.
Yes.
And you remember the last thing that you recorded before you woke as Fractal, as yourself, was a large-scale ritual to attempt to communicate with and restore power to the chained oblivion, Tharizdun. But this ritual failed. Horribly. The power that they had contained, that they were trying to restore to this god, backfired and destroyed the entire tower. This is a blur. You're not sure how you survived. Because your consciousness, your AI, essentially, was knocked offline. And when you woke, you were yourself, and all that remained of your master, Beruul, was their finger. Embedded in your chest plate. You know that Beruul kept their phylactery in that tower. And it comes to you, the understanding that a piece of it is a part of you. That's what gave you your magic. That's what gave you your mind, your sentience. Okay?
Yes. Laughter. A
But
very
one thing
deep
that you
rasping
remember
laughter.
very
Okay.
distinctly, and this is the one thing you can't piece together now that you have a mind of your own and understanding of things. Beruul did not like gods. They were very outspoken about that. She wondered why the gods couldn't take matters into their own hands. But they just asked or forced people on the continent or the world itself to do the gods' bidding. But why wouldn't the god just take it into their own hands? So why your master that hated the gods so much, why were they worshipping one? And that's what you don't understand. But all of your memories are restored, and you gain the benefits of the Eyes of the Runekeeper, Eldritch Invocation.
Ooh, shiny.
As a blast radiates from the ley line, it doesn't push anyone back. You take no damage. Bellum, make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, goody, goody, goody. Intelligence. 14.
Okay. You feel a similar to what Fractal felt. Presence, pressure on the outside of your mind. Do you accept?
Does it feel like this is the same force that would make this starry pool that he was mesmerized by? If so, yes.
It feels
Or-
like the ley line. You gather it is from the ley line.
Then probably yes, given how just
Okay.
in awe of this thing he is, and it's pure nature, and he's been raised to trust that.
You accept. And being that it is currently, Fractal is currently in the heart of it, you see pieces. Not all of Fractal's story, but you see small pieces. You see Sutha receiving a vision from her god, her dream, and being told of Fractal and to find them you see 2 people being taken and dragged through a portal, and a symbol resembling a 7-pointed star made of chains.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you see is the star-like outline of your god looking over your shoulder. And he says, "Is this?" And then it cuts off. You,
Can I try?
once per day, as an action, you can give yourself and 2 other creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage until the end of your next turn.
Oh,
Once per day.
okie dokie. Is that non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing?
Non-magical.
Okay. Can I have? So I was looking at Celestian for a moment. I was facing them. They were looking over behind me.
You kind of felt a presence, and you turn and look, and you see the outline that you've seen.
And then they were looking behind me and said, "Is that?"
They were looking over your shoulder, basically like their chin was kind of where your shoulder was.
Mm-hmm.
Looking over your shoulder at what you were seeing. Almost as if they got to see it because of you.
Interesting. As Bellum comes back down, he just kind of stares at his little cube. And just softly in his head to Celestine, just to, "Wait, finish the thought, please. I need to know more."
There's no response.
His eyes just went close, feeling as if he might have just had another clue on what happened to the Grove happened, slipped through his fingers.
In contrast, yes. All of the bullshit, all of the abuse, it's been worth it. I have it all back. This is his voice right now. He's gripping his head. The flame is in fact still white. Well, shit. I want more. Scanners of the room, Keeper be like.
If you are scanning the room, you do see Bellum. So close. So close. And then looks up to you. Mood shift. I take it worked?
More than worked. I feel whole again.
He smiles. Good. I saw Sutha's dream.
Right, that. As his mood kind of moves back to what is in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
As the white flame kind of brings it down, going back to normal green, but a little more muted.
Clips the cube of force back to his belt. He just kind of takes a look around the room. I don't think I've seen anything this beautiful ever before. And he's just kind of spinning. All of it is equally immaculate. He does know which parts he wants to look at.
I have.
Where?
In every work I've seen, created by man and my own hands. I see progress. I see grasping to perfection. This is made by beings who have never had to crawl through the dirt, Bellum. Benevolent some may be, but why become into existence at perfection when you can strive on the path? What's the point of it if you can't grasp it with your own hands?
I agree with you on a lot of that, but I don't know if it was all that easy. I was always taught the universe took work, hard labor, to make it is as it is now.
And for that, we will thank them, but I will not offer them my worship.
You don't need to.
I grasp my own existence, and I will attain enough power so that I may maybe make my own little world.
I look forward to seeing it. Smiling. If you'd like to roll an insight check, he does not have any hostility or sadness. He's genuinely celebrating this victory that he knows you've been looking.
He'll kind of just give you a perfunctory nod, and will begin to wander out.
All right.
Bellum, I know it's already expended, but he just kind of wants to stand in the... Even though it doesn't have the, explosive effect, probably needs some time to recharge whatever he sapped, but he just wants to take it in. And if you'll allow me, DM, he just wants to make a arcane tinkering of just essentially a panorama of the room.
Go ahead.
And he just takes it in, and he is going to try and look for some inspiration to get an actual art piece of it, or try it himself.
How long that takes? Fractal has left. Has it been an hour
Since
going down here
uh
and doing the whole ritual thing?
yeah, I'd say that probably would be about an hour.
All right. The spirit heads back into the skull. All right, you three. Getting back. Boink, boink, boink.
Whim, whim, whim. The Mario pipes noise just...
Now I just have to figure out the logistics of getting the horse out of here.
Why on God's green earth, S' earth, did you bring the horse down here? I have to ask.
Fractal left. You're still painting.
Oh.
He's
Coggas
muttering
moment.
to himself, just like logistics on skeleton horse is inconclusive. I really hope Ned got Coggas upright and going, because I'm gonna need a big beefy boy.
Also that. Bellum finishes taking it in, and I want him to leave something, but I don't know what.
A bomb.
Thunderwave.
Now-
Only I get to...
Only I have memories of this.
Fractal, when you get out here, you see Sutha sleeping on the angel's bed, and the angel's just kind of standing.
The after image of Ned is sitting there. He's now an Equinite. Ah!
He's gone.
It's like he was never there. He looks at Sutha.
She's sleeping.
Yeah. Looks at the spirit and the statue. They're sleeping too.
She
And
snores.
Fractal takes out a knife. Alright, now's my time.
Just letting you
Undead
know
angel.
Just let you know she snores.
Orc snores. I know thee well.
It's time to wake up. Fractal thinks about going over there doing his thing, and then thinks better of it, and then he's going to just begin to walk out.
All right.
I'm not dragging through the whole labyrinth.
That's okay. You don't have to.
And then Bellum does the rock thing I did with the slash me, and then it's up. Probably 5 minutes later, after all the taking it in, photograph, signing. And he's going to be walking, click, clack, clack, undoes one of his locked journals and starts writing it as he walks. And will probably still be writing when he runs into the party up top. He would like to thank the angel as he leaves. Just give a bow and say that as a conduit of sorts for Celestian, I want to thank you for your compassion and apologize for our aggression. And nods.
It is difficult to face things we do not understand, especially when we feel they are standing in the way of what we have worked for. I bear no ill will to you or your friends.
You aren't one of those angels who can tell me any secrets about divine existence or anything like that, are you?
You may ask, and I will tell you what I can.
You don't. Can you sense any Celestian essence or connection to me?
I can see that you are one of his.
By name, or just that there's a god who has me?
I know his signature.
I had a vision with him at the ley line. He was looking over my shoulder at what I was seeing, a vision for that one, gestures towards Sutha. His phrase got cut off. Is there any way for me to reach out again and hear the end of what he was saying? It sounded like it was so close to giving me more of what I needed.
Have you spoken with him before?
Only in the grove, at the summit, in a place very special and highly connected to him. I'm not like the conduit of my grove who can speak freely.
The only knowledge I have is for you to speak with him again.
Is there a way for me to do that without going all the way back? Is there a way I can develop conduit skills like Aster?
I do not know. It is possible.
So you're telling me there's a chance? And he smiles.
Possibly.
God damn it.
I do
So
not know
you're
the
saying
abilities
there's a
that you or
chance.
your Aster possess, so I cannot tell for certain. But if he has spoken with you before, it is possible he will speak with you again.
Bellum has one more question as he asks, am I doing the right thing? Leaving my grove to find out more on why they were attacked and staying with these folk? Most of them have hate and rage in their hearts, and I want to help them, but I don't know if I can do it alone. I barely get wrecked. I barely was able to pull them back from attacking you. I don't know if I can do it again. Is it worth it? Is it right?
I cannot
have any
determine these things for you.
Why not?
This is a choice you must make in your own heart. There is no absolute definition of right or wrong for this. You know in your heart what is right, and I cannot define it.
He kind of smirks, thinking back to his conversation earlier of, I can lie, but I choose not to, as she says, you know in your heart. I think that's what I needed to hear.
Then I am
Well, I'm gonna get.
able to be of assistance.
I'm gonna grab this one. Picks up Sutha, so we don't just abandon her at the bottom while she sleeps.
Oh, just leave her
Plus
behind.
the axe.
Just go ahead.
Thunderwave behind me, permanent sleep.
Are you also holding the axe, brother?
Oh god, I
He's
am.
got powerful
Fuck.
build.
Choose one.
I do have power. Got Cogas's thing or my living
Here's what you
being.
do. Just rest the axe on her forehead and carry her.
I think I actually do have enlarge reduce prepared, so I might just do that.
Can you fit through the halls with that, though?
It can squeeze, and I have enhanced. Technically, enhanceability would double my strength again.
Okay, hold
wouldn't
on.
it?
Yep.
You say enlarge reduce, and you were talking about making yourself larger, but I really thought you were either going to make the axe or Sutha smaller.
That lasts a
No,
minute.
I'm actually fuck enlarging reducing. I'm gonna enhance it.
Yeah,
I
that
have
lasts
now
a
quadruple the strength of a normal person at my
And
size.
you already
minute.
have
That one
powerful
lasts-
build.
Well, that's the quadruple. It's double from this spell and powerful build.
There you
So
go.
I
How
just
many times does he accidentally knocks through his head against the wall on the way up?
Many.
Many.
Roll a
You
d100.
sleep through all of it.
Bellum traces
Roll me
the
a-
constellation
roll me a sleight
of
hand check, Connor.
Crimson Bull on his chest.
Yeah, roll me a general dexterity check. Actually, roll me a general dexterity.
Amazing.
Actually, you know what? No. Even better idea. Since Sutha's technically made of like flesh. Yes, exactly. Roll me a leatherworker check.
Oh,
2.
oh!
You hit her head a lot.
Well, she's really not waking up now.
Boom, 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 boom.
Go.
Quit snoring.
Sutha,
Every torch sconce.
after
Every way up.
as he kind of like whacks your head the 10th time, which is about as you're going up the stairs into the secondary area, the altar room, that's when you kind of wake up.
So I think I get out there a little quicker. What do I find when I get into the room?
What does he find? It's been about an hour, so Kagaz has 1 hour.
Oh,
1 hour
God.
left. So you find Ned sitting over Kagaz, who is unconscious.
I see nothing in here. It is.
Same.
Where the fuck did you put me?
Are you still dark? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see the whole ass room.
Yeah,
Bellum,
because your
what the
token was already
fuck?
Oh, you're awake.
Do I just see a
you're finally
mountain?
awake.
Caught trying to
a
cross the
mountain
border
of
into.
small iron, and just, like Ned just sitting on him.
Ned is leaning against him while sitting on the floor. Like
Sorry,
leaning
dude.
against one of his shoulder pads.
I fling you off me with a lot more strength than I normally have.
You know, I don't think I want to ask, but I kind of have to. Was that consensual?
Oh shit! Somebody carry the axe. I'm
Um,
gonna have to grab him, and I like palm the axe into Sutha's hands as I start walking.
Actually, all you really got to do is heal him up a little bit, and he'll get up. But he was
Right.
kind of interested in seeing how many archaeologists he could kill.
I'm gonna leave him
So
asleep. Then.
I put him down.
You know,
I-
I'd be interested in that question as well, but I think I'm a little tapped right now.
I'm going to lift with quadruple strength. Do I get? Can I actually carry Cogas?
It's 320
Can you
pounds.
carry? He's combined of about 800. So can you carry that?
How do you calculate carrying capacity?
It's your strength score times 15, I believe.
All right, so 12 times 15 times 4. I can carry 720 pounds.
Oh,
So nope.
A little bit short.
Shy about 60 pounds.
Somebody help me! Yeah, I feel like it's one of those like I can almost I can like lift him, but I can't. It's just like almost like a deadlifting. Like I can move him, but I can't drag him and carry him. Just getting. Oh wait, I've got an idea.
Looking
Click Cubal Force to do to block organic matter, and I'm gonna walk, and he's gonna be dragged by the magical barrier.
oh my god.
I mean,
You know, or we could just wait for
I'm
him to
walking
wake
with him.
up.
I'm walking with him, and the barrier is too wet. Nobody can get in to grab him either. I have to disable
But
it.
the thing is,
here we
Northern,
go.
you know we gotta overcomplicate everything. You know that's what they do.
Sutha, your best friend's back.
God, I love this game.
God, I love this horse.
That thing's gonna die soon.
Bellum.
You know that, right?
I
Bellum,
refuse. I will invest every opportunity to keep it alive.
stop
What? Stop what?
moving.
They stop.
Moving.
I'm beat to hell. He's beat to hell. We've all kind of taken a bit of a beating. We're all pretty goddamn tired. I don't want to go upstairs and deal with the fucking archaeologist yet.
Fair.
I am voting we take a nap.
I can get behind that. Barrier drops. The little half inch he was
Does
off
it
the
mean
floor.
he just falls on you?
It means he I was walking, he was dragging behind me like I had a rope tied to him essentially.
Ah,
And so he just is back on the ground 10 feet from where he was. Cool. Do any of these pews look like they're sturdy enough to be made into a bed?
Oh, yeah, they're just on their sides.
He flips one over, rolls his bedroll onto it.
As all this is going on, do we hear any noises coming from the entrance? Or anything coming from that way?
No?
No? Okay.
Ned is going to yawn and then set up right there and go to sleep.
Valid.
we're taking a short or long rest.
Long.
Alright. All right. So what Fractal does is the three skeletons come out of the bag and create a fucking hammock over here in the corner that Fractal just lays on Pharaoh style.
Before I go to bed, because I'm going to be changing this infusion, Ned, do you have any empty vials that I can fill with acid?
No.
Does anybody have a small empty vial for acid?
Nope.
Any potions you've used that just didn't get rid of the bottle for?
Nope.
Nope.
Anytime Kagaz drinks a potion, he chucks it.
Valid of him.
He likes
Anybody?
the gas drink. He thinks that's part of the healing experience.
What he doesn't like Roadhog where he doesn't like drink it. He just snorts it out of the bottle and then just crashes it.
He shotguns it out the side and then twists the glass or shatters it. I don't know if I have any vials. I do have a large wooden barrel jug.
Who did have a?
I think it was Sutha, Ned, and Kagaz. Yeah. I think it
If we
was
don't have one, I'll just
drink.
down one of my potions of healing.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna download potion of healing and use the bottle.
What'd you ask?
Who has a vial for me to put acid in before I get rid of my alchemy bit?
Vial?
Yeah, because I'm gonna put 8 ounces. It's just
No, I was just saying that 'cause I'm checking. I do not have one.
or just a bottle. Any container that could house it.
Nope.
That or poison.
Butter skin, that's it.
Yeah. just
Yeah,
water.
I don't think you want to put acid in there.
Nope.
That's
I'm gonna
great, yeah.
I'll down a healing potion. Acid it. Take the alchemy jug and make it acid. Cork it, and I'm gonna give it to Ned in case he needs to melt a lock at some point down the line.
Groovy.
All right.
So you have an 8-ounce bottle of acid. And then I'm going to go to bed, and in the morning I'm changing it. I recommend we fill up on our water before we go, and I'm gonna have to buy a new skin, folks. Oh, and he did not tell anybody that he has the layer.
Fair.
And then he goes to bed.
Good to know Bellum is a honk me. Okay, good to know.
Oh, of course.
So approximately 8 hours passes, and on the dot.
Before the 8 hours passes,
Damn
1
it.
hour later, Kagaz, with 1 hit
Oh.
point, shoots up.
I'm Dirty Dan. I'm Dirty Dan.
He's just face down on the floor, and his eye just like slowly creeps open. This is hell. And he notices his face is up against the cold floor. He's like, "No, too cold." He just gets up, looks around, sees everybody sleeping. Is it fucking nap time? Picks up his axe, puts it on his back,
Oh yeah, I said.
cracks his neck. Starts walking over here. That just posted up in the middle of the hallway.
He is laying long way across the hallway, so you'll have to step over him.
Not an issue.
You're short.
The horse
Just
is
not
stop
any
right
damage.
there, and he just looks at Ned like, "You ain't long enough for this fucking hallway." And he just sits up against this wall, and he's gonna take a short rest. And he's
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna
you.
chill for a little bit. Let's see. 60, 10.
I will say, Bellum will just let us take another hour for you to finish your long rest when the morning comes, if you don't want to worry about burning your hit dice.
Is +5, so 6 hit, so 30. Yeah. Let's see that health.
Or that.
Yeah. I don't remember asking Lanky.
Oh, someone actually said that to me, or said it to us the other day. She said, "Do you want to see if they'll cover the COVID test for you at the pharmacy through your insurance?" And customer looked and said, "Is that what I asked you?" I was
Okay.
stunned, like straight up, like she even but she stuttered too. She's like, "Did I ask?" I was like, "Damn!"
That's absolute disrespect.
Like I came out of the way. I was like, "They have to be friends. Surely no one's that much of an ass." Nope, never met that woman before in her life. Was just that bold.
Well, Kaga's gonna try to walk past. You want to roll like a con to see if you wake up, or perception, that works too.
Yeah, sure.
Is that enough to wake up?
Roll a stealth check, I guess?
Okay. 6.
Yeah, it's enough to wake up.
Where are you going?
It's a little crowded.
You got plenty of room up there. You can sleep next to the pedestal you threw into the statue.
I think they're getting mighty familiar with each other.
Just hang out, man.
Sometimes you just gotta see the sun.
You're gonna make me get up and go up there with you?
No.
Yeah, you are, because you're gonna leave, and I'm gonna get up and go with you.
A real pain in the ass.
So are you.
He just picks you up and puts you on his shoulder.
Oh, this fucking works. Yay! I'm the abused girlfriend.
You rather be Sutha or something?
You think she's willing to do this for me?
Put you on her shoulder? I mean,
Yeah.
I'll ask.
Sounds like fun. He gets comfortable. To the surface.
Aw, Captain. He just shakes his head.
And there goes the only person who could have easily gotten my horse to the doorway.
Yeah.
Bye!
Pray I remind you, when you first brought this horse in here, Kaga said he's not helping you with it.
Yep.
He did say that.
I really have no earthly idea why you Pyro brought this
Yeah.
fucking horse in here. I gotta be honest.
Let's see here. I have a couple reasons. One, spite. Two.
Shut up.
Yeah. One,
Fuck
spite. Two, I wasn't expecting the revenge one tile hallway on me, so I thought I was gonna have a nice pseudo tank, because ironically, out of all of my undead, that's the tankiest fucker there.
3.
And
Where the fuck else was he gonna keep it?
On a leash.
Yeah,
Outside. Like Donkey.
I should.
With
No, there's no way I would have, because I'm the only one who was as much
No
of a
waffles in the
bastard
morning.
to use the hallway. I thought all of you had integrity. How dare you be like me?
Also, can't save because he didn't sleep. It's fine.
Do we wake up, Liv?
I mean, like,
Well,
at the end of your
eventually.
long rest, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, there's still
later.
doing shit. Sorry.
I mean,
The
it's
time
only
on the
2 hours in, right? Even I only need 6, so I'm still recharging. Though I'm
I got
aware of-
Nancy, don't worry.
Yeah. All right, go murder them all. Go on.
Imagine that Ned is just fucking napping on Kaga's shoulder like a sailor would do on the mast.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Belly of Terror.
And when they got lazy, they just fell asleep on the fucking sail. He said, fuck it. Leaned up against the wood. Wrapped some rope around and just take a nap. Till someone yelled at him. But yep, they're just gonna go back to the surface.
Alright.
And Kaga's just gonna be chilling.
Okay. I'll take you guys off of this map. The rest of you finish your long rest.
Does Ned manage to get a long rest in?
If you go back,
I mean,
go back to sleep,
you-
yeah, you would have been awake for maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
Did those two already head up? Oh, Jesus.
Rested. Switching alchemy chug. I'm assuming somebody's doing something, otherwise I'll speak.
Nope.
No one's doing nothing.
Bellum will rouse, pick up his armor. Iron Man 2 suit up scene. And we'll head up to go look for Cogas and Ned. And we'll side-eye at the fucking horse. Just, I'm assuming, just staring menacingly. Do I go to the ladder? Let me know when I find Kagas. I'll climb out and look to see where Ned. Did Ned come back down?
Ned's still on his shoulder.
So, 8 hours have passed, right? Full and long rest.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So when Fractal's just sitting there after he's done recharging and is just he's still reclined in his skeleton chair, but he's just like scrolling in his journal. Oh, you're finally awake. As you two manage to extricate yourself from the uncomfortable benches. Look, I don't know if you guys ever gone to church or anything, but pews are not meant to be comfortable.
They are not, but
No, not at all.
I've never
always
napped
slept
better
in
than
the
when I
pews
was-
when I went to there was some when I was still religious as a child. There were some days that I would ask my mom, I'd be like, "Hey mom," she would have her shawl with her, and I'd be like, "Hey mom, can I go to big church today?" And sometimes she would say yes because she knew what I was asking, which was, "Can I sleep with my head in your lap under your shawl in big church?" And if she said yes, it meant I got to sleep with my head in her lap under her shawl in big church.
It's like sleep ASMR, but like hearing the pastor preach about how we're all horrible sinners was somehow calming to a child going to bed in the fucking pews.
It was mainly just
It was
because
like a
I was like,
bedtime
I'm
story.
tired today.
So Bellum is noticeably prepared. A very unusual kit. He is going to walk up and is actively looking for Kagas. Anybody who walks by is like, "Have you seen an orc about?" Stands on his tiptoes. This big, lowers this high, aggressive.
Where'd you?
Can I get some? Because everyone did their long rest. Can I get some words with Ned before you end up finding him?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would have told you. They went up top. They looked like they were doing something between them.
I'll check on him in a few minutes then.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you too.
Oh, let them have their moment.
I'm like,
Kagas.
Fractal is verbally grabbing your ear. Correct me.
Guys, just like staring at the sun.
Oh, bye,
See you
Nina.
Oh,
later.
It's
Nina!
9:30.
That's bad for your eyes, Cogaz.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I do that's bad for me. You just add it on the list. But you just gotta respect it a little bit.
The sun?
The ground.
Yeah. How else are you gonna see who you're clobbering?
I mean, you got a point, but it's the sun.
Yeah,
It's going to exist whether you respect it or not.
that's right. I'm gonna exist whether it's there or not either.
Um, n- sure, yeah, sure. No, I can't. If that didn't exist, we wouldn't exist, right? Without the sun, nothing here would be alive.
If I wanted a smart ass, I'd talk to Clanky.
Point taken. Why are you staring at the sun?
Cause I was thinking about something you said.
That is.
You said a bunch of tools and shit. Sooth is a tool, and Fractal's a tool, you're a tool, I'm a tool.
Yeah.
And he just looks down. I haven't done a whole lot in my life, you know. I'm just I'm an orc. Short lifespan. Kind of single-minded. For sure you figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. I ain't ever not gonna be the boss. I say it all the time. Cause I am the boss. I'm the boss of my boys back home. But I never treat you like the boys. I never think you like them boys. It is a different kind of feeling. You're friends. Or at least I think. I get much variety in the warband, you know. But I never really thought of you guys as tools. Kind of just the Gitz.
I'll be
I'll
honest with you.
swinging weapons with you. That's about it.
That's the way I think. In my line of work, friends, family, people that you liked and trusted, they were liabilities. And I was a liability to them. Most important person in the world to me, Yoli. She died because of me. Since then, I don't make friends. I don't make loved ones. I meet people, and if they're useful to me, they become a tool in my belt. If they're
Like,
not useful, I ignore them. I move on. If they're dangerous to other people around me, or to the people who he kind of motions towards the archaeologist, have no stake in the game, I remove them.
makes sense. I know who this Yoli bit is.
My wife.
Obviously. Well, yeah. I put that together from you already saying it. I just
Yeah,
meant I didn't know her on a personal level.
great woman. I wish I would have listened to her.
Eh, yeah. Can't go back in time.
No,
Unless there's some
you can't.
funky ass magic to do that. I know how that shit works. I just got an axe.
I don't think they can do the time travel, to be honest. If they could, I'd go back and fix some things. Definitely would have never met you guys. I would have gotten out of the business. But I didn't. And nothing I do or say will ever change that.
And now you're sitting on my shoulder like a parrot.
A parrot with words of wisdom, I hope.
Maybe. He just gives you a smile.
I'll be honest with you. There's tools I like, and there's tools I keep around because they're useful to me. You're a tool I like. Bellum, I expect great things from that boy once he grows up. And I want him to learn. Sutha, I just want that woman to use me.
God damn.
And Fractal's a tool I keep on hand to make sure no one else uses it.
Playing the keep away game, eh?
That, and if I realize the tool is uncontrollable, I can break it. Mind you, I don't think of myself as a good man, because I'm not. I'm a necessary evil.
Wow, you're saying that to the closest thing to a saint on the planet.
Yep. The difference is, Kagas, if I let you off your leash, you're not a necessary evil. You're just an evil.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
It's not.
Well, you can't
I
change
like
my
you
mind.
as a person. You're interesting. You're fun to be around. You keep things interesting. But I will put you down if necessary. And I will not let you wander off. I'm your babysitter at this point. I'm the same way towards Fractal. It's just his personality irks me. Because he thinks he's better than he is. You know what you are. He doesn't.
That's right. I'm the boss. And let me, I'm a little sentimental. But let me clarify. Just because I think you're my friends doesn't mean I'm not willing to beat the shit out of you.
Oh,
Okay.
you've made that clear.
He flexes his gauntlet. How do you think I did on the steel?
On the steel.
Yeah, I bolstered the fists. I'm sure you felt it.
You punch hard. You punch well. And I know if you were actually trying, you probably could have put me down in that fight.
Yeah, who said I wasn't trying? Maybe you're just too slippery.
You
You're
weren't
too short.
trying. I've seen you fight. I've seen you fight people you know you have a hard time hitting. You fight better than that.
Yeah. Maybe he's a
I
lot.
don't know if you wanted me to kill you or if you wanted me to just put you down for the night. But
Well,
you're a tool I like. So I put you down for the night.
well. The goal was if I didn't cut you in half, you would have done what you said. So,
I don't like punishing people for things they want to do. I punish people for things they've done. Things I've seen them do. I've been seeing what you've done, and If you want to stay alive, you're probably best off not telling me what you have done.
Oh, a whole ass list.
I like you, but I'll kill you. Let's go find the other idiots.
One of them's right there, pointing at Bella.
I thought I grabbed
You briefly watched him blink out of existence and then come back 30 seconds later.
I thought I grabbed
My tether.
What is
Internet
Fractal
joke.
saying?
I thought I grabbed him before he left up.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah, I
What did
said
you-
I wanted to talk to you as well.
Yes.
Redact that last statement.
Redacted.
You see a vague outline, and then it's just dust.
Much like his turn earlier. Go ahead.
Fractal is still reclined in his skeleton Shea lounge now.
Mhm.
Just he's got his hands stapled together. He's looking at the roof.
Mhm.
There was a I want to say eye opener, but I don't have those. So I must start this off with you hurt me today. I don't think I've ever been hurt like that before. And I'm not sure how to deal with that.
I'm sorry I hurt you.
He holds up a hand. But I have to recognize that I am an anomaly. I shouldn't technically exist. I'm technically, unless Barul or Elzar have made another one, I think I might be Barul's last piece of her phylactery.
Mhm.
If Ned finds that out, that I'm essentially a Lich's respawn point, that might be the tipping point for him to try and kill me. Because as I stated before, I expected you the least likely to do this to me, and I'm not sure I can really create another percentage based on who will betray me next. I know Sutha only follows me for the most part because of her god and her faith in me somehow assisting her. Of which, when she wakes up, I will tell her what I know. The only thing I'm going to be leaving out is that I am in fact a phylactery. I don't have the information on what that is, in terms of if I'm the only one left or if there's other pieces Barul has. But all I know is I possess her finger, and I am also melded with her phylactery. That I don't think it can be really removed from me, at least not at this level.
Do you want
My
it
appearances.
removed? Do you
If I
want to
get
be
honest,
free of the connection?
Well, look, I think we've had a diametrically. No, you might have misconstrued some of my intentions. I'm not a good person. I've been alive 2 years, give or take. I'm not the primal existence of just existing and naturally strong or powerful like Caucas. I don't have a purpose of will strong enough to gain the attention of some higher being willing to use me to further their agendas, or vice versa, like Sutha. I don't have the weird fixation on stopping greater evils or whatever the hell Ned is doing. We're just bumming around with us. I think I had the issue of I only viewed you in the academic sense. You are. I won't use the words naive. I won't use the words dumb as you think I've called you. I think you just come in from a different headspace than I do. Even though I've literally let you see into my headspace. As it stands, my goals are thus: 1, ensure that whatever connection between me and Burul, I can not only manipulate, but I benefit from. I am now my own creature, and I will not return to a life of servitude. 2, I will gain control over these emotions that seem to be racking me and my own pseudo soul, which I now recognize I have something of a similar connection. 3, I want power. I have no scruples on how I get that power. If it makes sense to do good and stick to Ned's rule of not making undead out of good people or what have you, I will do it, because for him being a tenacious prick, the most vicious little fucking monkey creature I've come across, he is useful, and he is a different viewpoint that I can rely on. But know this. If this happens again, and I see no way out, I will defend myself. I view you as a colleague, and I don't know if I can level the same amount of trust. But then again, I cannot account for any of these emotions. I might forgive you. I can promise you nothing, but I also might not.
Bellum reaches forward, places his hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I promise you, I would never have tried to destroy you. All I wanted was to... You talk about me coming from a different headspace. Your life, you've seen nothing but evil. You've known nothing but chaos and destruction. Most of the people we travel with are the same. I may not know their exact plights, but death, ruin, and suffering is all they know. I alone, usually, am the one who knows that there's good in the world when we go places. And I don't want to force you to be good. I want to make sure you have the choice. That you don't just know evil and darkness. That good is your enemy by nature, and you are born evil and must always be. I want you... And he puts his other hand on your shoulder. I want you to have the same fair choices that everyone gets with their soul. Not pseudo-soul, their soul. And I want you to be able to live free, and I will always fight for that. That's all I was doing down there. And he lets go.
All I can promise, and will promise, is that I will be myself to my utmost. I've had several talks with Sutha on what happened, on the likelihood of what I will do should we devolve into a miniature civil war. Ned has said on several occasions that if I go out of line, he will kill me, and I will respond in kind. He might view me as some random wizard to kill, but I promise, if he comes for me, I will make sure even if I die, he goes with me.
I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I think you know that. And I don't... I honest, put a hand over his heart. I don't know if you started a fight to the death between the two of you, I don't know who I would try and save if I had to pick one. It's just not how I'm wired to value lives like that. But I really do hope you can still trust me. I think you do, based on what you've told me, but I'm now and always on your side. And if you decide to go the ways of pure evil, we may be on opposite sides, but I will always care for you. I can't abide destruction of innocence, wanton murder, things of that nature, but I know that these, just to your creations, the necromancy, things with no souls, these are not evil by nature.
Yes,
Well,
no souls, nothing.
They may have vile origins, but so do you. Pokes to your chest, but that doesn't mean they can only be evil. Doesn't mean they can only be destructive. Sometimes they create a wonderful little tree castle, all of their own accord. Takes his finger away, smiles. I would ask for a hug, but I don't think you're more of the touchy-feely type, so I'm just going to imagine one. Unless...
No.
Okay.
Let's go see if Kagas has sent me an early present by killing the archaeologists.
Let us know if you call it at some point, DM.
Keep going. You go to
Hey,
find Kagas.
We now saddle up to the other two. An NPC, Sutha.
Let's say we get NPC Sutha. I'll tell you later.
I just wanted to ask one more thing of Kagas. One brief conversation.
A little bit out of the way of all the archaeologists, like equipment and stuff. He's just standing with Ned still on his shoulder, and he's just looking out to the sun.
Bellum would like to go up and sit next to him if he's sitting, or stand next to him if he's standing.
He's standing.
Before you walk out, Fractal grabs your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And looking up at you almost sheepishly. Bellum, can you help me make a police system real quick?
I can do that in just a couple of minutes. I wanted to give me just a minute.
You can see Mortissimo trying his hardest to get after the
Father, I crave elevation.
Please, Father. I have no thumbs.
But as Fractal's doing the logistics on the fucking pulley system.
Yeah, go ahead.
I saddle up to Kagas. Well, that was a dungeon.
Leans back so he can see him. Hey, Bellum.
Oh, hey, Ned.
Kagas just kind of side eyes. Yeah, it was.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Do you want to... I know your communication's a bit more physical. I got ready for a fight in case that's how you wanted to work things out. Which is fine. I want to make things right with you.
He stops his side eye, keeps looking at the sun, and then he kind of motions for Ned to jump off of him.
He'll do so.
And he'll turn towards you. I'm sure you thought about it. And he's just staring you in the eyes for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I hardly want anything to do with you at this point.
You see Bellum physically, just as if you literally punched him in the gut. Just, ooh.
He brings his finger up and taps it like right in the center of your armor. You ain't like you no more.
You just bell them.
Oh.
And I ain't interested in fighting you.
Okay.
I ain't interested in fighting you. Not in a bit. You turn on me back there. You ain't worth fighting. And he's just gonna walk back into the archaeologist camp.
As you're leaving, you just hear Bellum say, I'm sorry I hurt you. I was only trying to do what was right. And Bellum puts on his helmet and then just kind of sits over on the, wherever, like ledge or cliff or whatever we're on to stare at the sun as well. More to hide the tears than any philosophical stare, but...
You still have his axe. He didn't take it back from you.
Oh, then now is when he'll take it out, and I assume you would want this back. I didn't want you to be without it.
He already walked away. But can I ask Bellum to make a perception check?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not going to be good, but
Just
I
one
wanna do- I
manly
just wanna
tear.
see.
Just one manly tear.
get back in there.
I think you get advantage because you're looking at the axe.
Mm-hmm.
But you would see that on the top of it, like tied up. Well, then I have a picture of the axe too. I have a picture of all of our stuff.
No.
Oh, no. You're
Yes.
going to be bodied by this.
Do him, Shane. Prank him, Jane. Prank him, Shane.
Prank him, James.
James.
James?
James.
I have pictures of all of our items from the storm
yeah,
stuff.
baby. Get him. Get him.
I gave them to Liv, hoping that she would add them to the handouts for them.
I forgot.
But you see on the axe how it's got that little point on the top.
Oh.
Stow the axe into his bag of holding.
I think that's where we're gonna pick up next time.
Yeah!
Oh. Whew.
We end the session on looking at a fucking impossible machine Fractal's constructed. Alright, lift by the ass, gentlemen.
Yeah, as this is happening, Mortissimo, please, help me.
Father.
Thank you for joining
Father,
us for this absolute roller coaster that I prepared maybe about 30% of, and the rest just happened.
Sometimes it's just an RP moment. Sometimes
sometimes your Furbolg decides he's going to derail the whole session for morals.
Sometimes you sit there and go, oh, I've lost all control, and you just let it happen because it's good role playing. So I will see you all next time. Wow.